I got to talk about this huge AI war that's going on right now. AI, we've been hearing nothing about it for quite some time, and then all of a sudden, boom, everyone is talking about it, right? And the biggest thing, the biggest, I guess, name in AI has to be ChatGPT. Once ChatGPT came out, it hit the world like, okay, AI is actually here and it's actually useful and it actually works. All previous times before, we hear about AI and we see robots, but we don't really get any use out of them. But now people are figuring out, and still daily, seems like people figure out how to approach ChatGPT in a way that can actually make you money and make your life useful. And that is why Microsoft decided to buy 49% stake in ChatGPT, because they know we're barely scratching the surface. And of course, Google is so worried about this because Google, of course, has like a 90+% share in search. And of course, they control the ad space, right? And they control YouTube, right? They control a whole bunch of stuff, and they don't want to lose, because if they start losing at Bing, well, that's the beginning of the end for them, right? That is why they decided to invest in this AI firm called Anthropic. So they're putting a $300 million investment into this AI firm, which is essentially doing the same thing, but they're trying to create this new assistant that will do the same thing that ChatGPT does, but it does seem like they're really behind, right? But Google wants to make sure they're on top of it, and there's a lot of rumors about Google deploying a whole bunch of internal teams to this, because they don't want to lose their edge to Microsoft, to Bing, to anyone else. That a lot of crypto projects that are involved with AI have been pumping. All pure speculation at this point. There's like no official partnerships or anything like that. But people are thinking, well, if the big tech giants are getting involved with AI so much, then it's just a matter of time. Crypto, somehow integrates or partners up, or there's some kind of collaboration, something that happens, right? Relating to crypto, right? This is the reason why I believe SingularityNET pumped 55% today. Now, when ChatGPT was getting popular and Microsoft decided to invest in them, Singularity also pumped, but today you can see it pumped quite a lot, 55%. The founders of SingularityNET, they're the founders of Sophia, the humanoid robot. Now, she made a big splash years ago because, she was marketed everywhere on all the late night talk shows, and you could have a conversation with her, and supposedly she was the very first robot to get citizenship at some kind of country or whatever. You don't hear about her anymore. I don't know what happened to Sophia, but the creators behind Sophia, obviously in AI, obviously in robotics, right? They're the ones that created Singularity.net. And Singularity.net, really, you boil it down to just two things. Really one thing. Singularity.net is really an AI marketplace. Okay, so if you do have like some kind of AI project that you are developing and you want to, say, sell it to someone else, you could put in the AI marketplace and others could take a look at it, and they want to use your core code or some kind of data that you're sharing, right? They can use it within their product. It's just a giant AI marketplace, right? And then they also have an AI publisher, which is basically you publish your findings or whatever, your documents, your research, right? And then you could also stake their tokens. But essentially, it's a giant AI marketplace. They actually have a few projects that's already on top of it, okay? A lot of it is their own, like Singularity.DAO, Sophiaverse, okay, which is actually an NFT-based game. Who knows? Maybe Google, maybe this Anthropic, and maybe ChatGPT, they decide to share their data. This video is sponsored by Stables. Stables has a new vision for DeFi. They are creating a sustainable and evolving protocol that is stable in all markets. According to Stables, there are currently 3 problems with DeFi right now. Farming isn't always guaranteed, even on stable pairs. APY isn't real unless token value remains constant over time. And lastly, farming is resource heavy and requires constant monitoring. Stables was created to solve these 3 problems. Stables protocol automatically converts rewards to stable assets for you and offers a full suite of real yield with automated harvesting. Stables also doesn't compete with other farms. In fact, it's built on other farms. Stables farming pools are integrated right into Curve Finance, one of the largest and most reputable DeFi products in the industry. Yield is paid out in stablecoins if you stake in the stable farming pool. Stables is also giving out 40% of the collected platform fees back to the users and stakers of Stables. 10% is given as staking rewards, 20% is used to buy back Stables from the market, and 10% is given to referrals. Overall, Stables is a new and revolutionary approach to yield farming. If you are interested and want to learn more about Stables, their URL is in the description of this video. The other one is Fetch AI. They are not in Cardano, but they're in the Cosmos ecosystem. And again, they're in the AI space, but they're different. They're really like their own L1, okay? And what's unique about them is they have what they call agents. And these agents are basically like agents of smart contracts, where they will actually detect like certain events and they will do certain events based on how you want them to, right? But they will automatically do it for you. And supposedly over time, they get smarter because they will learn, right? Kind of like an AI bot, so to speak. So they're like a L1 project that has AI bots that you can program and they will get smarter over time. So that's kind of how they are, right? So they're not AI marketplace like Singularity. They're more so like a AI project. To simplify what Graph does, it indexes and categorizes data, okay, for chains and for projects for data retrieval and helps those projects offer APIs so that other projects can fetch that data, okay? Essentially, that's what it does. They call it Google blockchains because it indexes basically whatever's within a chain, and then it looks at all the dApps and stuff like that, right? But then it offers those dApps the ability to create APIs so other dApps can retrieve data. That's essentially what the Graph is all about. They're a promising project. I have covered them before. I've always thought they were kind of neutral, but they are definitely pumping up because the AI craze right now, right? And here's some interesting facts. As of Q4 2022, 618 subgraphs have migrated from the Graph's holding system to the decentralized network. So they are now on Arbitrum. They started out with Ethereum. I believe that's the correct. Yeah, I believe that is correct. And you can see their queries and indexes and everything else has been going up, right? So overall, they're moving in the right direction. Last week, they set a new record, the highest number of dApps querying in the past 2 months. You have 129 unique dApps queried in the network, 2.2 million queried overall, right? So good numbers, solid numbers, right? They have also, yes, they have basically moved to Arbitrum as well as all those other chains that I did mention, right? So they are all over the place, right? So that's the Graph in a nutshell. They've been around for quite some time. And, you know, right now they're doing very well. So that's good for people that have gotten into it. But, you know, as for whether or not they're really into AI, no. But you know what? Maybe they will be in the future.